Hey guys, so here's our daily job diary from today. You can see we got all the electric taped up, all the oil-based stained wood surfaces taped up, plasticed up. I always try to keep some plastic for if we do so much different stuff besides pressure washing too. It's good to have plastic on the truck. But we're cleaning some retaining walls. This is I think it was like a $700 job. We're gonna come back probably for those pavers and clean them out, get all the sand out, resand them, and seal them with some Cat 5 by Trident. This is just cleaning up some sidewalks for them. And I mean, you can move. You can really move with an 8 gallon per minute pressure washer for residential. I love it. I like using a smaller one for commercial, to be honest, for commercial flat work for the hot water. But right here, this is the tool belt I use. I like to wear a tool belt. I got everything I need in it. My shooter tips, the Kyle Davis shooter tip, the turbo tips, extra J rods, some brushes. I got a little pick there for if I got to pick out an O-ring. And there's my O-rings, whatever you need, towels. I love to use a tool belt. The second job was this oil stain here. And we ended up doing some extra for them just because we want to make our customers look good. The customer that hired us, their hydraulic line broke on this customer's driveway, and the customer was extremely upset about some other issues, so we wanted to make sure we did a good job for them, make them a little bit happier. You can see how hot water really cuts through so much better. And I don't know why, but hot water, when I use it, it shoots out that I don't know what that's called at the top of the surface cleaner. If anybody knows, please leave it in the comments. I got an extra one just in case, one of those cartridges just in case. But you can see with hot water, it just tears through it. And we cleaned up some stamp for free because I think he's going to have me come back and antique it and then seal it. So might as well. It took us, a half hour? And if I could sell an antique and seal job, make an extra couple grand. We'll probably make $1,000. So I didn't post it, or I didn't take a video, but we also did another job. We cleaned up a seal job today after this one. But yeah, this one was for getting rid of that hydraulic stain. And then we just added on some stuff to make the customer happy, make both customers happy, maybe obtain some more future work. So here on the oil stain, after he already hit it with a sodium hypochlorite, sodium hydroxide mix, I put a little bit of powdered sodium hydroxide, like the beads down, and I just scrub it around. I try to work it in as deep as I can, try to pull that oil-based stain, or pull that hydraulic oil up. And it did. It pulled a lot out. Like, it must have been a box truck, I'm guessing, because I have a lift gate, and I don't understand where all this oil came from. But we scrubbed it in real good, tried to lighten that shadow as much as possible, but I told him there's always going to be a shadow. You can go over it with a rosebud, like a torch, and lift it a little bit more, but there's always a chance that you hit an air pocket and crack the concrete. And also, you're just getting rid of it for a little bit for show, basically, because it's going to come back. If on this one, honestly, it might not come back, but in most cases, it's going to come back. So we did a good job scrubbing, and once we hit it with the hot water, it did pull out pretty good. But I tried to work the outside of this oil stain just to feather in and fan in where it starts, since it wasn't that old. But like I said, you got to always tell them there's going to be a shadow. And I took an after picture, which is coming up here. You can see the after picture. It looks good, but there's always going to be, it's wet. There's always going to be a shadow. So then we cleaned up that seal job. So this, after we finished that seal job from yesterday, which look how beautiful this is, right along the river. This is that job from yesterday that we couldn't do because the regulator on the pump went. I fixed it for now. I ordered a new one, and hopefully I can get a little bit more out of this pressure washer. But look how tight this is. Like, with my big ass trailer and truck, I'm not getting in here. I need something small, so I had to get this pressure washer on this utility body truck going. And that's why you got to charge it enough for your services, because stuff always breaks. I just had the hydraulic lift gate go down. I just had the regulator. I'm gonna really need a new washer. I got issues with my other truck. I'm probably gonna spend a good $5-10 grand in maintenance this month alone. So also, I want to point out these things are great. The thing that sucks with these ones is it's a steel pin, but you got to keep them like oiled up so they don't rust. But for knocking down bees nests, for brushing gutters, these things will reach so high. I'll put a link in the description, but these things are great. Just remember to WD-40 those pins. And I wanted to show you in real time look how fast this works. Like, I'm talking now. This is why I kind of like X-jetting, and I understand why people don't like X-jetting that have employees, safety reasons, what have you. But it shoots it a lot stronger. And I mean, I think it took me a minute and 30 seconds to completely do this side of the house. This was a $500 house with a little what do you call it? Like little garage shed, whatever. But yeah, you smack it, and always watch for those electrical boxes. This one was piped in pretty good, but always carry duct seal on you. You always want to make sure that those main electric boxes are completely weatherproof. But you can see it pretty much is pretty instant. I mean, by the time I get back over here, it's gone. And I'm hitting it with chemical, but if I had just water hitting it, it already broke that bond, loosened that up. And if I were to disconnect right now, go to my J-rod and start rinsing, I'd basically be taking off like white and stain-ish looking stuff, because all the organic growth is dead. It's turned white. It's just going to rinse right off. So yeah, I like X-jetting, but I see more and more. Now that I'm getting employees, I'm probably going to switch over to downstreaming, just because it's safer, it's quicker, it's more efficient for them. But here are some pictures of that stamped concrete we cleaned up also. And then this is from yesterday. This is why you do not use Euclid chemical super diamond